I explored a lot of options. I wrote many articles to my friends, talked to them, and I realized it sort of needed to be a cultural change. Sort of need to be bottom up, grassroots. Um, Something I knew the energy was there because you just look at the most recent institutional assessment from Yale. This was basically the number one thing that students, faculty, and alumni all pointed to the administration was cultivating more conversations on campus and more difficult conversations on campus. So the people on campus know it. Um, and you look at like a Gallup poll, 61% of students are on Ivy League campuses afraid to speak their minds because of the campus culture. The campus culture is causing a sort of freezing effect on discourse.
Can you pause on that again? So
Yeah.
what percentage of students feel afraid to speak their mind?
61% nationally. And you're talking about, places nothing like the Ivy League, where I'd imagine it would be even worse because of just the way that these communities kind of come about and the sorts of people who are attracted or are invited to these sorts of communities. That's nationwide, that college students, and it's going up, that college students are afraid to say what they believe because of their campus climate. So it's a majority. It's not a conservative thing. It's not a liberal thing. It's a group thing. We're all feeling it. The majority of us are feeling it.
And basically you don't even necessarily need to have anything to say. You just have a fear.
That's right.
So when you're like teaching, metaphor is a really powerful thing to explain, and there's just a caution that you feel that's just horrible for humor. Now, comedians have the freedom to just talk shit, which is why I really appreciate somebody who's been a friend recently, Tim Dillon, who gives zero, pardon my French, fucks about anything, which is very liberating, very important person to just tear down the powerful. But inside the academia, as an educator, as a teacher, as a professor, you don't have the same freedom. So that fear is felt, I guess, by a majority of students. It's
and you were getting at something there too, which is that if you're afraid to speak metaphorically, if you're afraid to speak imprecisely, it can be very difficult to actually think at all and to think to the extremities of what you're capable of. Because these are the mechanisms we use when we don't have quite the precise mathematical language to quite pinpoint what we're talking about yet. This is the beginning. This is the creative step that leads to new knowledge. And so that really scares me, is that if I'm not allowed to sort of excavate these things, these ideas with people in the sort of messy, sloppy way that we do as humans when we're first being creative, are we going to be able to continue to innovate? Are we going to continue to be able to learn? And that's what really starts to scare me.